Salt is a common ingredient found in almost every kitchen. It's a staple that has been used for centuries, not just for flavoring food, but also for preserving it. It adds flavor to our food, making bland dishes more enjoyable. Imagine a world without salt. Our meals would be quite tasteless. We even need a little bit of salt in our diet for our bodies to function properly. Sodium, a key component of salt, helps maintain fluid balance and is essential for nerve and muscle function. But too much salt can be a bad thing. Excessive sodium intake is linked to high blood pressure, heart disease, and stroke. It's like adding sugar to your tea. A little bit is nice, but too much just becomes sickly. Moderation is key. Salt is made up of sodium, and too much sodium can cause health problems. Doctors often advise reducing salt intake to prevent these issues. Our bodies need a balance of sodium and other minerals to work properly. A diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains can help maintain this balance. Just like a seesaw needs balance, our bodies need a good balance of nutrients to stay healthy. Too much or too little of any one thing can tip the scales and lead to health problems. Have you ever noticed that eating salty foods makes you thirsty? It's a common experience that many of us have had. But have you ever wondered why this happens? That's because salt acts like a sponge in our bodies, soaking up water. When we consume salty foods, the salt doesn't just stay in our stomachs. Instead, it travels through our bloodstream, drawing water into our blood vessels. This process is crucial for understanding how salt affects our overall health. This extra water in our blood makes our blood pressure go up, like pumping more air into a tire. The more salt we consume, the more water is retained, leading to higher blood pressure. Our bodies try to get rid of this extra salt and water by making us thirsty. This is a natural response to help balance the salt levels in our system. So, we drink more water to dilute the salt, and then we go to the toilet more often to expel the excess. This cycle helps our bodies maintain a delicate balance. Eating too much salt over a long period can be bad news for our bodies. It's like constantly overinflating a tire. Eventually, it's going to cause problems. Consistently high salt intake puts a strain on our bodies, particularly our hearts and blood vessels. Over time, this can lead to serious health issues, like high blood pressure, heart disease, and even stroke. High blood pressure is a silent condition, often without any symptoms, but it quietly damages our bodies over time. Section 4. Salt's sneaky hiding spots. Identifying the culprits. Salt isn't just lurking in that shaker on your table. It's often hiding in plain sight in processed foods, fast food, and restaurant meals. Think crisps, ready meals, and even bread. These foods may taste delicious, but they often contain hidden salt that can add up quickly. That's why it's important to read food labels carefully and be mindful of how much salt we're consuming. Section 5. Outsmarting the salt monster. Practical tips for healthier eating. Reducing our salt intake doesn't mean saying goodbye to flavor. There are plenty of simple swaps and tricks we can use to make our food taste great without relying on the salt shaker. Start by exploring the world of herbs and spices. Experiment with different flavors like garlic, ginger, paprika, or oregano. Freshly ground pepper is another great way to add a kick without the added sodium. Section 6. A pinch of prevention. Your heart will thank you. Taking care of your heart is one of the most important things you can do for your overall well-being. By being mindful of our salt intake, we're taking a proactive step towards a healthier future. Reducing salt not only helps in maintaining blood pressure, but also reduces the risk of heart disease. Choosing fresh foods over processed options and getting creative in the kitchen are simple yet powerful ways to reduce our sodium consumption. Fresh ingredients not only taste better, but also provide essential nutrients that processed foods often lack. Remember, A little bit of knowledge goes a long way when it comes to making healthy choices. Educating ourselves about the benefits of a low-sodium diet can empower us to make better decisions every day. By understanding the impact of salt on our bodies, we can make informed decisions that benefit our health in the long run. It's not just about cutting out salt, it's about embracing a lifestyle that supports heart health and overall wellness.